Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chika here and you are welcome. So in this video I am going to teach you how to cut and sew this beautiful turtleneck jumpsuit. Okay, so guys, sit back and learn. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, like, share and comment on my videos. Alright, let's go. So guys, first thing you need to do is to cut out the upper bodice of the jumpsuit. So the wideness of this upper bodice is 15 inches, while the length is 17 inches. Okay, so this is the upper bodice of the jumpsuit. So if you watch the center of the center front of the jumpsuit, this is the outer neckline. It has something like this at the center, like this, before you curve the two sides this way. You understand? So we are going to be bringing out this first. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 inches to bring out the center. So let's go. So we're going to, from here, to use 2 inches down to this point. So to be able to bring out these two sides, this is what we will be doing. So the shoulder measurement for my client is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm going to put 7.5 here. 7.5. I just marked 7.5. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch to make a shoulder loop. Then I'm going to connect it this way. So you see, so I'm going to create my normal basic bodies for this. Okay, leaving this side, we are going to create our normal basic bodies. So our 7.5, including this side, so we're going to include it. 7.5. We are going to take it down to here, and I'm going to go down by 8 inches. I'm going to go down by 8 inches as my chest point. Then I'll connect the 7.5 down to this place. You see, I'll connect the 7.5 down to this place. My bust point is 10 inches. 10 inches. My waist, my under bust is 13 inches. You see, 13 inches, and this is my waist point. This is my waist point. So I'm going to start adding my measurement now. So my client's bust measurement is 35 inches. 35 inches divide by 4, because we are cutting 2 for the front and 2 for the back, making it 4 after joining it together. So divide by 4. My bust point divide by 4. Bust measurement circumference divide by 4. We have 8 and 6 over 8. 8 and 6 over 8. This is 8. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, 6 over 8. You put it down here. So 8 and 6 over 8 plus 2 inches seam allowance. I normally add extra allowance on my client's clothes. Okay, for the bust, I'm going to bring that bust measurement 11 inches. I'm going to bring it up here too at the chest point. So on the under bust point, 30 inches. 30 inches divided by 4, that is 7.5. 7.5 plus 2 inches seam allowance. And the waist is 32 divided by 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 inches seam allowance. Okay, so you see, we are going to connect it this way. So to add this armhole, we're going to go in by 3/4 inch here, and I'll connect it. Check out the center. This is what I did. The center of the 8 inches, which is 4 inches. You come down by 3/4 an inch. Then I use my glue. If you don't have glue, you can curve it. You curve it this way. Curve it. Make sure to curve your armhole this way. So we have curved our armhole. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to put that curve. This curve now. That's the next thing we are going to do. Let us put the curve right now. So the curve here, if you watch the video, I think that it came down by 4 inches before the curve, 4 to 5 inches, but I'm using, because I don't want it to be exposed on my client's body. Okay, I don't want the side of this side of the breast to be exposed, so I'm going to come down by 4 inches at dot. If you want your side of the breast to be exposed, you can come down by 5 inches. Okay, but I want to go down by 4 inches, so I'm going to go down by 4 inches. If you want to cover it entirely, go down by 3 inches. So I'm going to go down by 4 inches, and from that 4 inches I'll connect it to my armhole. I'll connect it to my armhole this way. So this is it. So this is how to cut this tie. So I'm going to cut it out like this. So here is going to be separately, and here is going to be on a separate. It has a turtleneck here, so I'm going to go down by 1.5 inches here. I'm going to go down by 1.5 inches because of the turtleneck. So I'm going to go down this way, 1.5 inches, okay, or 1 inch. Okay, let's use 1 inch and check first. So I came down by 1 inch because of the turtleneck. So we're going to start cutting out now. You see, we have our style. Okay, it's coming out. You see, it's coming out. So guys, this is the back. For the back, this is what we are going to be doing. Okay, we are going to take 1 inch out for the zipper allowance. Okay, so we are going to take another 2 inches. This one is zip. Let me write it. This is zip, and this another 2 inches is for the placket that is going to be on the center of the back. So this is for the placket and this is for the zip. Okay, so we're going to mark our, from the zipper, we're going to, let's fold the zip inside. Folding the zip inside, it will be easier for us. Okay, if you like, you can use the center piece this way. Use the 2 sides this way, you see, and just cut out. But here we are going to come up by 1 inch extra. I'm going to add just half an inch here. So we're going to come down by 1 inch as well here, 1 inch, and here we're going to go down. Then we're going to cut out right now. So guys, this is for the back and this is for the front. So we have 3 inches in total. 3 inches in total for the back, 2 inches for the placket, and 1 inch for the zipper allowance. And this is the side of the back. Okay, this is the side of the back. You can see this one is longer because it's the back. Okay, so we're going to be attaching it just the way we did at the front, because they are 2 separate, because we'll be adding zipper at the back, so they have 2 separate sides. So I'm going to add this one here and I will stitch it down. and add this side as well. And stitch it as well with 1/2 inch. We are going to use 1/2 inch on both sides. So guys, as you can see, this is the full length. This is the full length of the trouser. This is the trouser pattern. This is the full length. So we are going to cut out the selvage end to determine the full length of the style of our client. So we just cut out this side. We just cut out this basic bodice. We are going to now determine the full length of our clients. So I'm going to remove the 17 inches that we already used for the top, the upper side. We are going to remove that, which is here. This is it, the 17 inches that we removed for the upper side. It is here. So we are going to determine the full length right now. So my client's full length is 55 inches. So here is 55 inches. I'm going to mark it like so. Then I'll add 2 inches extra for the folding of the trouser. So I'm going to add extra 2 inches allowance for the folding of the trouser. This is 2 inches. So I added extra 2 inches seam allowance for the folding. Then I'm going to cut out the excess as well. So guys, this is the full length right now. So we will be marking the starting point now. This is the starting point of our trouser, our pant trouser. This is the starting point of our pant trouser. This is the starting point. We are going to go down by 9 inches as our hip point. This is our waist point, and this is our hip point. From here, we are going to go down by 13 inches as my client's crotch measurement. My client's crotch point is 13 inches. So I mark 13 inches as my client's crotch point. Okay? Crotch is here. I don't know if you guys can see me here. This is your crotch. Starting from your tummy down here. I don't know if you guys can see me. It's going to be your crotch measurement. Yes. Starting from my crotch point is 12 inches. You see? 12 inches. Starting from your navel. That is also your waist. To here is your crotch point. So my client's crotch point is 13 inches. So my crotch circumference is here. You measure it like this. Then you put it here. Measure it like this and put it here. Is your crotch circumference. You understand? Of course, you know my waist, you know my hip. But the crotch point, I try to explain the crotch point. So here is what we are going to do. This is our waist point, our hip point, and our crotch point. This pant, we are going to give a feminine curve to it. So we are going to go in here by 1.5 inches because it's going to have a feminine curve. And on our hip, we connect this 1.5 inches down to our hip this way. Okay? Then we come to the full length of the trouser. We go in by 1.5 inches here also. And at our crotch point, we go in by 1/2 inch. We connect it this way. So we have given a feminine curve to this pant. I came in here by 1.5. We didn't remove anything here. We removed 1/2 inch at the crotch and we removed 1.5 inch at the full length. So we have already added a feminine curve to the pant. You see? So I'm going to add my 8 inches now as my waist measurement. From here, I'm going to add my 8 inches from here, my 8 inches now. So we have my 8 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance. I added 2 inches seam allowance to it. On our hip, my hip circumference is 41. Divide by 4 is 10 and 2/8. My hip circumference, my hip circumference is 10 and 2/8. We add 10 and 2/8 plus 2 inches. Remember to always add your seam allowance to it, okay? I have my 2 inches seam allowance. So on the crotch point, you measure your round crotch. Whatever you got. My client's crotch point, please, measurement book, inches. So this is our 14 inches here. This is our 14 inches. Our crush point divide by 2. This one is divided by 4. This one is divided by 4. But this one is divided by 2. So on the down place, the down area, we are just going to add 9 inches for the opening of the down. If you like, you add 10. If it's palazzo, you add 10, 11, 12, 13. But for this straight pants, I'm going to add 9 inches because it's a straight pant. Or should I make it 10? Let me make it 10. So if it's a palazzo, you add 12, 13, 14, depending on how wide you want the palazzo to be. So you add 15, 16, 18 inches because it's a palazzo. Sorry, I live close to a church. So this is 12 o'clock. It's a Catholic church. So I'm going to connect it. I will start connecting the lines like right now. So I'll connect here. Please don't use ruler, beg. I don't want confusion. I'll connect it this way, then connect it this way. You see, I'm going to connect this line down to here. So I'm going to cut out this. This is the front piece. I'm going to cut out the front piece right now. So if you're making just a pant, the only thing you will need to do is to remove 2 inches here, or you add 2 inches. Just if you're making just a pant, what you need to do is to remove 2 inches here, then mark the full length of the pant. That 2 inches is going to be your binding. Your binding is going to add as your binding, okay? But if you're making, so no need to add for adding binding, you just mark straight it. So we're going to use this to cut out the back piece. Okay. If your client is very big enough, okay? If your client is very big, on the bigger side, you add extra 2 inches here, okay? Because the front side is always bigger than the back side. You add extra 2 inches here for the crush line, crush point. If your client's bum here is very big, she has this back side here, you add extra 2 inches here. If she doesn't have it that is flat, you just leave it this way. If it's flat, you leave it this way. When you're measuring a client's pant, make sure you look at the size of the bum. If the bum is out, if the bum is shooting out very well, you need to add extra for the back. You add extra 2 inches. If it's shooting not too big, you add 1 inch extra here. But if she has a flat side, you add just you use it just this way. This one is okay, so I'm going to cut this one like this. These 2 sides is for the front and this is for the back. I'm going to remove the one for the back, and we are going to add our pocket. If you can see on the side, it has a pocket. So I'm going to go in by 1.5 inch. To go in by 1.5 inch here, and I'll go down by 7 inches downwards, and I'll connect it like this down to the 7 inches, then cut out. You see, this is the pocket. So we are going to cut out our pockets this way now. Look what we have here. So guys, this is it after joining it, and as you can see the back, this is the way I did the back. After joining it, I folded it inside here, and I have to stitch it downwards, and I folded this side inside here like this, and I top stitched it. See how I top stitched it? Can you see, guys? I top stitched it like this for this one to be folded inside. Okay, so this is the back, this is the front. Okay, so for this side, you know, we are going to have a zipper here. So this is the two sides. We are going to be removing 1 inch on these 2 sides for the zipper of the back. Okay, I also top stitch this part too. So we are going to go to the trouser part here. So I'm going to top stitch it this way. I'm going to top stitch it like so. I'm going to top stitch it like so. So guys, I'm done joining the side pockets. I'm going to fold it in this way. And of course iron it down. Then I'll bring this is going to be the cover. I'm going to place it this way. Make it exact same line. You see? So it's going to go like this. We are going to cut like this now. You see? So I'm going to sew this. I'm going to sew this. The one I attached, I'm going to sew it together with this one. I'm going to sew this to here and here, then here and here, and we are done with the pocket. I'm going to do this same thing to the other one. Then I'll be right back. So after joining together, this is what we've got. So I'm going to place the other side of this piece here. And I will stitch it up this way. Yeah. So I'm going to stitch it like this, and I will bring the back piece. And I will stitch it up this way as well. Then we are going to join the upper bodice together. So what you need to do is to find the center of this upper bodice. So we are going to find the center. This is the center. I'm going to place it to the joining of this trouser here. So I'm going to place it here. And I'll pin it down. I'll also pin this, and I'll sew it all through. So I'm going to sew it all through this way with 1/2 inch. I'm going to use 1/2 inch to sew it all through. And for the back, so I'm going to use this one side of the back piece. I'm going to place it here, exactly here. I'm going to join it.
So guys, after joining the other side of the jumpsuit, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to add my zipper now. My zipper is going to be 24 inches in length, but I'm going to stop at 23. So I'm going to mark 23 inches. That's where I'm going to stop the zip. Okay, then we'll add the neckline. So I added this voice note because of copyright. I forgot my TV was on while sewing. Okay, so thank you so much.
This is how to cut a turtleneck. Okay, so this piece is already in 4 corners like this. So I'm going to place it in a triangular shape. So this is the remaining piece on this material. So I fold it in a triangular shape like this. So I'm going to cut out the top. It's going to go round by 6 inches, but I'm going to add extra 1.5 inch seam allowance to it. Okay, you see. So I'm going to go down by 1.5 inch. So I'm going to go down by 2 inches. So I'm going to use 2 inches.
So next thing we are going to do is to shape this jumpsuit. We are going to shape it. Guys, this is it after joining. As you can see, it came out very nice. So the next thing we are going to do now is to add this turtleneck, okay, on the neckline. The next thing we are going to do right now is to add the turtleneck on the neckline. So we're going to start from here. We are going to check the center of the front turtleneck. This is the center. I will mark 6 inches here. This is the center. I will mark 6 inches this side, the front and back, and 6 inches this side for the front and back. So we are going to be making use of this one and this side. So I'm going to place the center this way and I will pin it. So guys, we are done. Hi, finally we are done with this dress. Very beautiful. I love the outcome of this dress. This dress is so beautiful. I love the outcome. So guys, this is the outcome. Very beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and iron it right now, and I will put it on the mannequin so that you guys can see the beauty of this beautiful dress, okay?